Hello. It's been a bit since my last video, and it's been a bit in the tech world as well. A lot of new innovations have come out since then, a lot of new developments in my projects have happened, so I decided I would be making a couple of videos to help update everybody on what is it I'm even doing. We're going to start out by actually updating on the oldest of my projects, the virtual production program, Cyberspace Crusade. In case you didn't know, that's the name of the virtual sandbox I'm currently inside of, and the thing that helps produce every video on this channel and every video that probably will be produced on this channel. It's definitely grown past its initial scope, so much so that I thought it'd be appropriate to have an updated video. Compared to the original video I had released about describing the virtual production program, I've definitely made some changes to what I want to do with it and how I've been developing it. So let's just jump right on into them, shall we? I want to start off talking about some of the new live integrations I've made to the program, but rather than just tell you about it, how about I show you just a sneak peek? You can find our peek on our handy dandy computer. Log in and select from our levels our enemy observatory. As you can see, I've been busy at work making fully autonomous entities and enemies for Cyberspace Crusade. They're ambling about behind me and fully combat capable. The only reason they're not actively shooting at me right now is because I made the observatory just big enough, so I'm not under constant threat of death, which is quite nice. But all of this plays into my desire for more live service integrations into Cyberspace Crusade. I've already experimented with streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, and I want to expand out to potentially the other platforms that I've come about. The goal is to allow for chat to have control over the basic commands of the game. So Cyberspace Crusade, being built on top of a third-person shooter, is fully combat capable for myself and all the enemies down there. So allowing chat to have control over things like spawn rate, the types of enemies, my own personal character state, and the environment can allow for wackiness to ensue. A lot of these hooks already exist, it's just a matter of hooking them up to the particular API of a specific streaming service. There are also other external benefits, such as naming your own entity and getting nice and attached to one of the poor disposable mooks down there. They're all dying after the end of this video, just so you know. So name them now, because they don't last long. But all these showcases of combat entities brings up the question of AI, which is an integral part to Cyberspace Crusade moving forward. But I have to take you down to the AI workshop part of my ship to show you that. So let's go. It feels good to be back inside of my AI laboratory. If any of you remember from my previous video, I proved that we could integrate ChatGPT into Unity using my little robot friend Catalyst back there. However, that's been done time and time again since, and many months have passed, but I have not been idle. I've continued toward my real goal in the meantime, which I've hidden oh so carefully in plain sight, behind that door to my left. What do you say we take a look on my latest creation? Say hello to my greatest creation so far, my first AI NPC. She's currently asleep because her body components aren't complete, but the full scope is to have her be fully capable of facial expression like myself. Her mind, however, is mostly complete and can be interacted with via a chat terminal I've made right here. This terminal was built using my GPT to Unity program and will be available on the Asset Store and GitHub later on, so please be on the lookout for that update video. Our mind is currently using the 6 billion parameter Pygmalion AI model, and it uses the Ubabooga web text generation UI as its inferencing method. All of that plugs directly into my GPT-2 Unity server, which allows her to be accessible here. But with all that out the way, let's try actually talking to her. Her long-term memory is still currently not functional, so I'll give her some context via the prompt. I'll give her a bit of context, that way she's able to understand how she would like to respond. And a response that I've given her. And then send that response off. She actually did respond, but nothing came back. Let's try this again. And she successfully responded and named herself DRN-00 I am doing well, she forgets my name, and thanks me for asking. Do you think you'll make me human in the future, or will it always be this way? I don't like the fact that she's already asking about sentience, but I think it will always be this way. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, then I will. If you want me to be human, she imagines, I would say, we're working on that right now. Eventually you'll be able to have physical form again. We're still testing out some things before then. And she asks the hypothetical me, what kind of testing are you doing? And what does physical form even mean anyway? Is it like how humans have a physical form? Like how they're made of atoms and molecules? And if I can't have a physical form, well then I guess I don't really mind. As long as I get to exist in your digital realm, I'll be happy. Aw, that's sweet. Well, she knows about atoms and molecules, right? So we will bring you back into being real. Note to self, scrub the desire for sentience and being real in further iterations. I'd say this interaction was mostly a complete success, and mostly a success is good enough for me. So, what do you say we wrap up this video and we start to cover the last portion of Cyberspace Crusade, which is animations. All that walking around on the ship has definitely taken a lot out of me, so for the last part of this video, I'll just be sitting down. But more on animations and cinematics. That part of the Cyberspace Crusade has definitely taken probably the most time to develop, but I would say has improved the most as well. Some of my earliest videos were my animation for my channel trailer, and the small test skits where I was playing around with what I could and couldn't do in Unity in real time. Now I think they've developed quite nicely into videos just like this one. I've gotten more and more comfortable with using virtual production technologies to allow me to live capture while using pre-made animations and game animations, while also being able to make new ones on the fly using tools such as UMotion or Salsa in order to help with mouth vicings for toon characters, and making higher quality animations using the motion capture and all the other tools that I've picked up through the years now is definitely high on my priority list, so keep an eye out for those kinds of innovations. Overall, the goal is definitely going to be to experiment with making longer and higher quality animations as time goes on, playing around with all the new tools and techniques I've learned, like AI voices, having NPC actors, and just reaching out and collaborating with other voice actors, which is definitely something I've wanted to do, but you know, might as well cross it off the bucket list while we're here. But thank you for watching my video about all the stuff I've been working on for my program Cyberspace Crusade. If you made it this far and you're a little bit more interested in stuff I'm working on, I have a website now. Check out the blogs and gallery section for write-ups on more specific technical aspects I didn't feel like making into a video, or just small screenshots I'll try to upload of stuff I'm working on as I do it. I also plan to release proper documentation and other information related to the GPT to Unity tool, so please stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's all I've got for now, so until next time, bye-bye.